This is Horace. I'm known as Beach Flyer on FPV Lab. I've had several people ask me how to set up the single switch failsafe on the Vector, and I actually use Futaba, so with a Futaba transmitter. I know the Taranis is real similar, at least in setting up. The screens look different, but same principle, and I think this would work with the Taranis as well. Don't see why it wouldn't. So I've got everything plugged in. Got the transmitter on, have the quad plugged in so the receiver's energized, and so I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I'm going to start from scratch to show you exactly how I programmed the master failsafe switch. And to start out with, with the Vector, for it to go into failsafe using the mode method, the mode slider has to be in the 2D plus submode position. The submode switch has to be into the return to home position, and that will put it into failsafe, and I'll just show you quickly. That's in the 2D plus submode, return to home, and you can see here we're in failsafe. So we know it works, and I'll come back out of that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up our master switch on our transmitter, and in my case I'm going to actually assign it to this SF switch right here, and like I said, I'm going to start from the very beginning. So here, that's what we're going to do, and to do that we're going to go to program mix, which is in the model menu, and this is what it'll look like the very first time you go to the program mix screen in the Futaba. I've wiped everything out so you can see what it looks like from the very beginning. So I'm going to select number 1, and then we're going to go to, actually we're going to go to our second screen first, and first thing we're going to do is it's inhibited. We're going to make it active. Then we're going to come down right here, and this is where we assign our switch, our master switch, which I said I'm going to assign to SF. There it is, selected. Okay, it's also asking me is the switch in the on or off position as far as how I want it, and I have it in the off position, so I'm going to select off. It's already there, so I'm going to hit enter. So now it's selected. We're going to go back to our screen. Okay, that's selected. Next thing I'm going to do is I have to select, there's names for the channels, and my channel 5 and 6, 5 is going to be gear and 6 is going to be VPP. So I'm going to tell it this is gear right there, and in the slave gear. Okay, now we'll go back to the first screen, and we don't want it linear, we want it point. So I'm selecting point. Now this is where we start actually programming. So what we're going to do is go oops, wrong direction. Okay, we're going to go to this first position right here, and right now my switch is all the way back. This is my mode switch, the SC. This is my sub mode switch, the SG. So what we're going to do is we want to make this slider go down to this 2D plus sub mode position while the switch is in the 3D plus heading hold position, while this switch right here. So the way we're going to do that is with this right here. So I'm going to hit my return button so I can start doing this, and if you'll watch right here on channel 5, it should start moving. Oops, I have to turn my switch on, my failsafe master failsafe switch to the on position, and when I do that it shows it right there. See, off, on. Okay, so we got that done. Now we should start seeing this channel 5. We should start seeing that go up, that percentage, and also you're going to see the slider finally drop down to this 2D plus sub mode position. So here we go, and it I know from doing it a bunch of times it's going to have to be at about 40%. So There it goes at 36%, but I'm going to try to center it so it's about 40. All right, so that gets it in that position. So just to show you real quick, if I take right now, even though my SE switch is all the way back, if I flip my master switch, you'll see the slider goes back up. Okay, now the next thing that we want to do, we're done with that one, is we're going to put our mode switch in the third position. And then we're going to, on our program mix screen, we'll go to the number 1 down there, hit enter, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make the slider go up. So actually we got to go in the wrong way. It's going to be a positive. Oops, once again, forgot to turn on the switch. So let me show you that again. It's in, go back to 0. There we go. All right, close enough. Okay, to channel 5, watch it again. My switch is all the way forward, my mode switch. And I have it on this time, so we're gonna go, and you can see the percentage going down. I hope you can see the percentage. And we'll keep going until it goes into the sub mode. There. So now it's in the 2D plus sub mode, and I'll lock that in. And it turns out, you know, doing it like this, we're plus 72 and minus 72. And if I flip my switch, oops, take that off. I had the master switch on, so you can see my switch still functions. Okay, so if I put it back down all the way and I hit my master failsafe switch, it goes to that second position. If it's in the center, I hit it, it stays. Third position, it goes. So we've got the mode switch. Now we got to do the same thing with the sub mode switch. So we're going to go through exactly the same thing again, except in the next program mix. So I'm going to come back out of this, go to the next one, and we're going to go make our settings in here. There's the second screen, so we're going to make it active. We're going to put SF in there for our master failsafe switch. And we're going to tell it it's in the off position. Hate it when that happens. Okay. Not sure how I did that, but anyway. Okay, we're back where we were. I want to go to the second screen. And we had set the SF right there. So now we're going to go down here to the master. And in this case, mine's the VPP. I think I just passed it. Yep, there it is. And we'll do the same thing for the slave. Okay, there it is. All right, we'll go back to screen 1. We want to set it in point instead of linear. Okay, then we're going to go to position 5 right there. And now, once again, this is going to be setting the sub mode switch. We already set the mode switch. So you can see the sub mode switch is all the way up. And that's where my switch is set. So I'm going to turn on my master failsafe switch, which is my SF switch. And we're going to, it came out of my screen again, so go back to program mix. That's the second position. And there we go. So now we're going to do the same thing, and if you'll watch channel 6, better move. So here we go. So once again, it should be about 40 when it finally moves the slider. 36 to 40. There it goes. So I'm going to go a little further and lock it in right there. And that turned out to be minus 67. So now I'm going to go to the bottom one. I'm going to put my switch in the bottom position. And we're going to do that now. So once again, if we watch our percentage on channel 6 and our slider, okay, there we are. And I'm going to lock it in. And that's minus 67 and plus 71. Could have used the same numbers we'd already done on the first program mix screen. It would have worked just fine, but I just wanted to show you. So there we are. We've got both sliders in the position. The failsafe switch is on, and it's in failsafe. The master failsafe switch, this one. So now we can take, and it doesn't matter what position we put our mode and sub mode switch in. As you can see, they don't move when it's in the master failsafe. Okay, if we flip it off, they're going to go to whatever position they're set in. In this case, they're both back. There's the SG, there's the SE. And just to show you, I'll flip them around. So just watch the sliders. So there, hit failsafe, the boom, they go. If I put it there, hit failsafe, same thing. Sub mode switch, you know, I can put it in any position. So it doesn't matter. It will work no matter what position they're in. And that's all there is to it. Once you get it set up, you should be good to go from then on. Now some people want to put these in a different position. You'll just have some different percentages than I do, but you could have your 2D plus sub mode in the third position, and your return to home test in the third position, and you can set it up that way as well. It's just wherever you like to have your assignments on there. So hope this helps someone, and make sure you take your props off before you do any of this. I don't know if you can see this, but this is what happens when you don't take your props off. Not with this particular one, but with another one. But be safe and good luck.